Morning, good morning, good morning, everybody.
Hey,
It's Saturday and we still in the house.
in the house.
But today we're going to be in the online house as we usually are. But we're going to talk about some good things about why now is the time to build your online business. And you should let us help you.
Yes, indeed.
Good morning. I'm Rose Fauntleroy. I am your virtual time genie where I help clients and customers to reclaim their time so that they can reclaim their bottom line, that revenue, because that's where it's at these days. I'm going to pass it off to my co-hosts and let them tell you who they are, and we're going to roll in and roll out.
One thing I really need y'all to start with, Rose, and this is on the spot coaching, because nobody cares who you are until they care what you have to impart to them.
Yes.
So what you have to do is start your live stream with, why are we here today?
Okay.
What we gonna be doing? Because if not, you're gonna miss your first set of traffic. Like, I don't want to listen to them.
Okay.
So what are we talking about today, Miss Fauntleroy?
Well, Mrs. Dr. Winningham, we are talking about why today is the day to build your online business. We're going to talk about all things online and why now is the perfect time to do that, the assets to go with it, and coach, why they should let us help them do it.
Absolutely.
That's
absolutely. And what's going to happen if they don't? Because Corona's not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, I saw an interview yesterday of this bartender. They've closed the bars in Houston. They've rolled the restaurant capacity back to 50%. They sent an Amber Alert to stay at home, wash your hands.
Y'all don't
nobody's listening. So if you thought that Corona was gone and you could just jump back out there with your regular business, it's you're sadly mistaken. So all of us as business owners, to me, are now tasked with how do you create revenue online? Create some real revenue online.
Absolutely, Coach.
So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Kayshawn, you want to introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. I would like to thank you for joining us, for coming here to learn about building your business online. And that's what I have been learning this entire time being in this community. I'm Kayshawn Brooks. I am the owner of Renew Your Body Butters. I make organic skin products, helping people renew their skin, renew their life. And building my business online has been the only reason I still have a business to this day. That's the only reason that I was able to transition. And luckily, I started that before Corona hit, and I didn't believe it, the change at first. I was still planning, my events. I had shows statewide to go to, but as these months have been passing on, I'm like, there's a possibility I'm not going to be able to go back to that, to what I used to know. So I really have to build my business, build my brand, my presence in this online world. And I know this is a sea and I don't know how to swim good. So I need, like when they got lifeguards, this is a life coach. This is a coach to help me with my business to grow online, because I'm not trying to grow a hobby. My business has grown from a hobby to a business. And
absolutely.
And now we got to grow your business from a business to a corporation. And there are distinct differences between a hobby, a business, and a brand. And a lot of times brands speak for themselves. One thing I want to address is people think that because they're on social media that they have an online business. And it's not the same. Being on social media doesn't necessarily mean you have an online business. Do you have all of the things that are required for you to have a successful online business? Do you have a profit plan? Meaning, do you have a goal of how much money you're going to make? Do you have a marketing plan? Meaning, do you know when you're going to be promoting your products online? Do you have a promotional schedule? Meaning, do you know where you're going to be promoting your Do you have videos? Do you have content? Do you have a brand voice? And a lot of times, unfortunately, people don't realize that you cannot boil the ocean. Good morning, everybody. And if you're just tuning in, make sure you share the broadcast. And what I mean by that is I see businesses that are trying to do so much that they miss the mark. And if I ask them, who are you in 5 words or less, they can't tell me. And if I ask them for their mission in 10 words or less, so let's get this right. You can't start with social media. You got to start with your why, your mission. Because if not, you're going to look so disjointed on social media that you're not going to attract people. Absolutely. And even when it comes to multiple streams of income, which is why I'm about to release monetize everything again, is people don't understand that multiple streams of income are not disjointed. Multiple streams of income have to operate from the same spectrum, or they become multiple streams of foolishness.
Yes.
And a lot of times people don't have that. What's that one thing that ties all of this together? Mm-hmm. So if I'm going to monetize everything, that means I'm going to speak, I'm going to write, and I'm going to teach, but it's all going to be under this same umbrella of information. Even if I create products, it's going to be under the same umbrella. My services are going to be under this same umbrella. And people miss that whole umbrella effect, and they're trying to teach and write and speak about everything they know. And you cannot be a know-it-all. They said jack of all trades and a master of none. And when I was building my business, that was the one thing that I remembered, is that when you start naming so much stuff in people's minds, they're going to say she couldn't. And it's true. We were talking on our leadership training yesterday. Have you mastered a particular craft? And if you've mastered it, you know it inside out, up and down. You shouldn't have no problem writing 50 books about it. You shouldn't have a problem teaching 50 classes about it. You shouldn't have a product creating 1 million products about it, 1 million services for it. If you're struggling to create content, if you're struggling to come up with a course curriculum, if you're struggling to put a price on it, if you're struggling to determine your mission and your target and your brand aesthetics, that means you don't know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And you need to do like the Bible says and study to show yourself approved. That's a lot of people's problem too, is that they don't have confidence. But they don't have confidence because they don't know what they're doing. And so many people think that I'm just going to start this online business, and it's so easy. And to me, the complexities of starting an online business balance out the monetary investment. You need to start a brick and mortar. So to start a brick and mortar, it's a whole lot of money up front. Mm-hmm. But you open it, people probably going to come in. To start an online business, it's not that much money up front. You know, the playing field is very, very low. The, what's it called? Can't think of the name of it right now.
Price for entry?
Something like that.
Oh, the barrier for entry is low?
The barriers for entry are very, very low. But everybody else is here. So then when you get here, how do you know how to attract somebody that's going to actually pay you? Right. And that's the lesson that most people need. So you can call, and most people misdiagnose themselves. Let me say that when I talk to people on the phone, they say they need this, but more often than not, they need something totally different. And when I tell them they need something totally different, a lot of them don't believe me. So I have to say, well, oh, okay, well, go on about your business. And then when you figure out the doctor's right, come on back. Right. Because you can't put out smoke. You got to put out the fire. Right. I can't give you a face mask and say now you can avoid the smoke. If I put out the fire, it's going to stop smoking. That's right. And see, that's even what a lot of these medications do nowadays. They don't treat the underlying condition. Only treat the symptoms.
And the symptoms do not fix the
It
problem.
does not. And so you're going to fool around and be taking so much medication that
You'll
that
never get to the
the original root goes buried,
That's right.
or you create more problems for yourself.
That's
And
right.
that's what most people do in this online world, because they won't go get help, go get a real diagnosis. They won't seek professional help. The same way you wouldn't be out there trying to create your own pharmaceuticals or create your own health plan. You need professional help in this online industry too. And I don't know what makes people avoid it. I don't know what makes people think that, okay, I've never created a business before in my life.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I'm just going to jump up because I want to really bad. And I'm going to go and create a profitable online business. Willingness and want is not enough.
Not.
You can't be your own, like you were saying, Coach. You can't be your own doctor. That's why they'll tell you when you have a legal problem, get a lawyer. Even though you may know the parameters of it, you don't know the
If
intricacy.
you got a legal problem, get a lawyer. You got a medical problem, get a doctor.
The doctor.
Girl, you got a trash problem, get a garbage man. You're not solving any of your own issues.
And you're costing yourself time and money.
So why in the world would you try to solve your own business problems?
Do you think it's because people have the idea and they get so emotionally connected to it that they think that whatever they see or free
Absolutely.
99 is
Absolutely.
it.
Like I told y'all the other day, they can't see that their baby is ugly.
Exactly.
They
Right.
can't see the bad parts of their baby because they created it. They're like they have that founders that founders halo. I created it, so it's great. And the fact that you're a creator and the fact that you created something that is good, but did you create it in a way that other people can assimilate it, other people can use it, other people reach out for it? And if you didn't, you got to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to give you an example. It's a lot of coaches be running around with, oh, I'm certified by this coach on their websites and on their social media. Your target client don't know who in the hell it is.
Or don't care.
Right.
And not or and don't care.
Don't care. They just
So
want to know
the
what you
fact that
do
you
for them.
bragging about who you were certified with, your target doesn't know who that is. You know who that is because you're a coach, and it may be impressive to you. It's not impressive to your target.
Right.
Your target don't give a damn if you got 18 degrees. Your target cares less about your
Your results.
Your aesthetics. They care about what you
they
can you
care more
solve
about
their
your results than they care about your track record
can you
and
solve their problem.
your credentials.
Exactly. Can you solve their problem
Can you solve my problem?
and get me to the finish line?
Exactly.
And get me to the finish line.
And
You know,
that is what most business owners miss.
and I want to say something else, Coach. I want to say thank you. Thank you, because another thing that they miss is you have to be able to take instruction from wise counsel.
Yes.
Just like you stopped me this morning and said, wait a minute, Rose, this is how you should do that. That's what a coach does for you, because they have walked that road and know the pitfalls and know what needs to be done. You have to be coachable. You have to be able to take instruction.
And a lot of people don't want instruction. And a
Mm-mm.
lot of people don't receive instruction well.
But it's what
So,
holds you back.
well, that's them.
It can hold you back. It could stymie. Actually, it could stymie you altogether because it just keeps you spinning your wheels and spinning your wheels.
But that's them, bro.
Yeah.
Because life is one of those things that if you don't follow the rules of life, eventually you're gonna look up
The lesson
and
keeps
say,
coming
why
back.
am I still where I am? And it's because you didn't follow the rules of life.
That's right. And if you don't get the lesson the first time, it does come back around. May not come exactly the same, but it does come back around until you get the lesson, until
right?
you learn.
Or until
And
you wake up, because some of us, we wake up and you get tired of following the wrong people, and that's what I was doing for years. I was following the wrong people because I thought I wanted what they had,
mm,
that they was figuring stuff out on their own. They never went and got a coach. So it was like the blind was leading the blind, and I was tired of being on the hamster wheel, and I wanted something different. So I knew somebody, something, somewhere, I'm gonna be led to it
mhm.
because I know there's more. I knew there was more, and since I've been searching, doors have been opening. God has been guiding me to get that guidance because I knew what I've been doing for the past 40 years has not been working, and it's not going to get me to where I'm going. So I have to do something different.
And see, Kayshawn, you make a really good point because you said you realized, and it took a long time, it wasn't working. And unfortunately, a lot of times we as women, even though it's not working, we still hold on to it and twist it, turn it, try to do all kinds of things with it to try to make what's
Make
not working work or become
Yeah, a lot of women
greater
living
than
in a
they think
fantasy
it is.
land.
Yeah.
We do it with our relationships.
Yep.
We do it with jobs that ain't working for us. We do it in a lot of situations.
We do it as we trying to build these businesses online without
We try
proper.
to fit what don't. We try to force what don't fit.
Yep, we try to put a round peg in a square hole and we just push it and it just don't work. And then finally you're gonna get upset and you're just gonna throw your hands up and say, oh well, this is not for me. Instead
Or be
of
in denial about all the. See, this is what I try to tell people. Everybody's got their own demons they fight.
mhm,
Right.
Everybody's got their own cross to bear. Everybody is struggling with something.
yes,
May not look like it, but they are.
they are.
And so everybody has to go to war against their own demons. And can't nobody take up that war for you, unfortunately, because everybody's busy fighting their own war.
Hmm. And sometimes that war spills over to the person that's trying to help you the most. And it keeps you stuck.
And we
And
got to learn to tell them no. Like I've been learning, maybe for the past year, I've been learning 2 years in telling people no, because not telling no was killing me physically,
yep,
and
And not
now
getting help will kill you physically. Guys, this is next weekend is our last weekend for the interview for the free women grants to help you build your online business. bit.ly/free women 20 free women app app 2020. I'm always confused as to why we feel that we shouldn't have to invest in our education. And I'm always, the world is full of money. Let me just say that. The world is full of money, the world is full of opportunities. And when I was growing up, we didn't have anything. But then I didn't have an awareness that the world was so full of opportunities. As I started to get older, I started to realize that if I wanted things, I had to go work for them. I had to figure it out. I didn't have anybody give me anything. Still to this day, if I can't pay my bills, I can't pay my bills, which is why I'm always so aggressively marketing what I can do because I know somebody somewhere needs my help. I'm not going to come up empty. But at the same time, I had to realize that I could either spend time in my head doing nothing, or I could spend time outside of my head taking action. And the more I took action, the more I would personally change my situation. And then I started realizing, well, hell, if I can do it coming from nothing, girl, I probably was 7, 8 years old before I realized money wasn't white. Why?
mhm,
Because if we asked for money, my mom would give us a food stamp. And we would take that food stamp to the store and buy a little 3 or 5 cent piece of candy and get the change from the food stamp.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we went to the swimming pool. That's how we bought our snacks. That's what we did.
Our way of living.
And so at the end of the day, when this opportunity came to generate as much money as I can show up for, I would be a fool not to show up. I would be a fool not to invest in getting the knowledge I need to finally be able to take my earnings in my own hand. We let life get in the way of living.
Mm.
We let stuff that's going on with us and our kids and our family members really get in the way of doing what we need to do to save ourselves. And so I'm committed to saving myself, and as many women feel the need to make this journey. Don't wait until your hip goes out to
Mm.
realize you need an online business. Don't wait until your job fires you to
Mm.
realize you need an online business. Don't wait until you at the end of your financial rope to realize you should have been investing in an online business and in the knowledge to move to the next level. That's my biggest thing for women. We have perfect vision in hindsight. In hindsight, you knew that Negro wasn't no good. In hindsight, you knew you shouldn't have no children by him. In hindsight, you knew he had a wife. In hindsight, you knew that job was going to let you go. We have 2020. They say hindsight is 2020. And all the while, our discernment, our sixth sense, our gut
Yep.
was telling us,
The whole
fool,
time.
quit playing
Yep.
the entire time.
Put at least look, coach. Put at least 10 on the front end.
Put at least 5.
Yeah, on the front end, so the 2020 won't be like, girl, you knew it. You just
knew
didn't trust
better.
your gut.
You knew
And
better.
I'm talking to women now who say, Coach, I've been following you 3, 4, 5, 6. You know how much money
You could have made.
I done made online in 3, 4, 5, 6 years?
Mhm.
All you had to do was say, I'm going along for the ride. That's it. By any means necessary. You couldn't keep me off this journey. And so I have a hard time reconciling people that say they want to go because I know the things I wanted in my life, I had to go get them.
Absolutely.
I've struggled.
And know that if it's something that you want for your life, you can have it. You can have it. Goes back to what you said earlier, coach, your why. That why is your foundation. And don't be afraid to say what you want, because the saying it and saying that you want it, that's your first step. As soon as you do that, other things are going to present themselves to
Yeah,
help
but
you
you
along
can't just
the
say
way.
it. You got to say it and then you got to do the work.
You got to
You
move.
gotta put the action in. Like the example the other day, my back, was on fire.
Mm.
And I was like, it's 10:30. I got to get out here and do some DoorDash, because that's my side money to do everything that I can do. And I felt like I had to lift my soul out of my body to get up. But I got up. I did not want to. I should have went to the hospital, but I didn't. But that's hunger. That's when you're tired of dealing what you're dealing with. Even though I only went out for 90 minutes, but I went out. And that's the type of mentality that you have to have when you want something, because I could have stayed home and just lost my mind in the pain. But I was like, if I don't get out here and force myself to do this in this pain, I can't depend on anybody else, because me depending on people is what got me in this position. So I got to fight through it. I can't make any excuses. There is no more time for excuses. The more excuses, we're getting left behind. And, right now in my business, because of me not doing this the right way, I'm spending a lot more money fixing stuff just to make things right, because I thought I knew what I was doing, building my business online, because I had, previous somewhat experience, or the people in my circle was guiding me. But, I'm a Lean Six Sigma green belt. I look at everything statistically. So after I do something for a while and I don't see the results,
You abandon
I got to do something different. It's time to do something different. So I knew I needed something. I needed assistance. These business people who I thought was guiding me and leading me with what was their path and what was for them, it's not for me.
it. And
And
that's
what you
go
gonna
ahead.
say, Rose?
Go ahead, Kayshawn. Go ahead, because that's good.
Okay, their path wasn't for me, and it was like I have to find my path, my call, and do what the will of God is for me. And it's not to follow you, because following you for the past 40 years, I have gotten nowhere, not where I want to be. So I had to go out and let God lead me. And He has put me in every location and with every person that I need to be on this journey. But I don't like it. But because I want my business to grow, and I got to re-spend all this money because I didn't get the proper guidance, but I'm going to get it now. I'm paying for it.
So one thing I want people to know, while people are sitting around saying, well, is this a good investment? Right? You got to learn how to be decisive.
That's right.
You're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. I've lost so much money on this journey. And that's why you have to have some mindset training about money. Because you're gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yeah.
gonna lose.
Yeah.
How much of it you lose and how many times you spin the wheel wrong and lose, that's up to you. You got to stay in the game long enough to get your losses back.
That's
Right.
right.
A lot of people lose, and then uh, a lot of people lose, and then like I'm just gonna quit playing. But it's like slot machines. If you quit playing the minute you lose, you'll never get your money back.
And,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what they say, scared money don't make money.
It don't.
It does
Once
not.
you understand the dynamics of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of these people getting this PPP money need to be looking at, how am I going to use this money to grow my business so that this money doesn't come up missing and I'm still where I am with my business, right? But at the end of the day, you got to realize you got to invest to get.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You do.
It don't stop.
That free 99 is not gonna get you to that 6, 7, 8 figure
It's
mark.
not.
It's
You're not
just
going to get
It
you
ain't
to
gonna let you stay there without it. Just because you get there, you still gotta invest to stay there.
that's right.
you'll be lucky if you get to the 5.
Exactly. Each rung of the ladder that you climb requires more and more investment because you get more and more return. It's worth the climb, but you gotta start on the climb. And what is it? Go to bit.ly/free women app 2020 and start your climb on the ladder. Don't be afraid to put in your application.
Time is running out.
It is. Time is running. Don't let this time run out and you miss your opportunity to come out of the coronora, the COVID, the corona better than you went in. I mean, you staying in the house. You're supposed to be staying in the house. People going there, cities going on cold red, so somebody ain't staying in. But
A lot of people ain't staying
did
in.
you start your online business? Because even if we can go back out in the world, it's not going to be the same.
Mm-mm.
And the next time that your job shuts down or they close up or I don't want to say displace, they misplace you. They misplace you. They put you somewhere over in the corner and can't find you no more. Have you your plan B that can become your plan everything? Don't be afraid to take the chance. And don't be afraid to know that with anything comes growth and correction, because that's how you grow.
And everything is not gonna feel comfortable. It
Nope.
is not gonna.
Most things are not going to feel. Matter of fact, comfort should be your enemy.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
I see it
If you
now.
start
I
feeling
see that.
comfortable, that means it's something you should be doing, could be doing, would be doing that you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be a very, very red flag.
Well, and it shows you that you have the extra time that you cry that you don't have.
We waste a lot of time, present company included. I waste a lot of time thinking about what coulda, woulda, shouldas, just like everybody else. Not
And
as much as y'all. Because at some point I gotta wake up to make those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But I can go back and say, here's some places where I could have done better. But as humans, you're gonna always have that. Did you do your best at that time?
Mhm.
And that's all you can say. And if you reached and got help, then you did your best.
You did your best. And see, that's where that wise counsel comes in, coach. Because you can't see the box that you're in. Like you said, you've gone back over woulda, shoulda, couldas, but then when you teach your mentees, you teach us from that place so that we can avoid that. That's a pitfall that you're walking us around. And
Mm-hmm.
How
that
many
comes
of you
with coaching.
guys even realize sometimes how many pitfalls I keep y'all from?
I
I think
don't
a lot of
I
people
don't think
take
you
it for
do.
granted the level of instruction y'all actually receive. But my goal now is to make sure you get out there and you do something with it. So guys, go to bit.ly/free women app 2020. Get your application in. They're going to be doing group interviews this weekend. Don't miss out on your chance to build something that is going to benefit not just you, but your family. Hey, Peanut. Hey, good morning, Grandma, baby. Come here, Peanut. That's my daughter's dog.
Oh, she has
Oh,
a dog too?
That's Cujo's girlfriend.
what? Cujo got a girl,
A girlfriend.
He's got two,
Y'all didn't run that by me.
and they're both white.
and they white.
Daughter's dog. Hey, Peanut. Hey, baby girl.
That's how I feel about that.
Super bougie. Oh, she's super bougie. I wish you could see her. Long, straight nose. Hey, you peanut baby. Hey, your mama's. Hey, your grandmama's baby.
What kind of dog is she?
She's just white. She's like Lassie, but with long hair.
Oh.
But she's very, very bougie. She
Mm-hmm.
bossed at Mr. Troy. She done bit Tyler.
Oh, well, Lord.
Bit face hair. She don't like. She
She
don't
don't
like.
like being bothered.
She don't like brown people.
Oh, put her out.
But then he's got another girlfriend who
Did we name her
is
Karen?
she is a white husky with blue eyes.
Y'all had some pretty dogs.
And she is gorgeous and she's got gorgeous personality. But Kudo knows when she's outside.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
So he'll jump around at his dad and like, come on, she out
Let's
there.
go.
He
Let
sits in
me
our
let me
room.
go prance.
He sits in our room and looks out the window and waits.
He waiting for his woman.
Oh, wow.
So he got two girlfriends. He got Peanut, who is, and Peanut is like this big.
It's always the little ones.
The
Okay.
dog on the dark side is big. She's not big, but she handles Cujo. She nips at him and bites him, and
And
She stand up to him.
he takes it.
he takes it.
Mm-hmm. He takes it.
They play, girl. They run through here. They run through here.
Mm-mm.
That
So
is
anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here because I got to do the social media masterclass this morning at 9:30. bit.ly/free women app 2020. Get your applications in. Thank you, Kayshawn. Thank you, Rose. And
Thank
y'all
you.
have an amazing morning.